There we go. No, that makes it look like the entire acquisition is just a prank, bro. Business. Today's theme is business. Because I have several qualifications in business and I have no idea where to start with this, I'm gonna be real. Why am I here? Who let me do this stream? You know who's responsible enough to talk about like the entire company getting bought? Rin Penrose. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to my press conference. Please give me press for this. I love when the number goes up. This is for the people who don't have Twitter. I'm so happy for you. God, I wish that were me. What's up, Gamer Nation? Today we're gonna be talking about how my employee got acquired. So I guess I haven't been fired yet. What a shame. I'm fully here to cause problems on purpose. Hi, I'm Rin Penrose from Idol Corp, which is now is subsidiary the right? Subsidiary definition. A company controlled by a holding company is Brave a which is now a little guy under Brave Group USA. Yeah, we did it. I know business. Sit down, kids, because today I'm gonna teach you about what happens when Idol Corp gets acquired by Brave Group USA. It's time to stop being annoying. I forgot to get a picture of the press release. I am a fool. I am God's fool. And I'm going now to the official Idol Corp Twitter that you can follow for any upcoming announcements about this topic. Shameless plug, let's go. Anyone like from Brave staff watching this is gonna be like, what the hell is she doing? This is not normal. There we go, we fixed the stream, Rin's gone. Hi, I'm Rin Penrose and you're watching a business acquisition. So, let me tell you what's up, which is that announcement from Idol VTuber agency, dear fans. Words. Okay, I'm gonna be real. First two lines, great, love the trip down memory lane. I'm mostly looking at the future. We are excited to announce that Idol has been acquired by Brave Group US. Who's Brave Group US, Rin? I hear you on the other side of the screen, yelling. You've got to stop doing that. Your family's worried about you. I'll tell you later. You know what, chat? You don't exist anymore. You get press release, nerds. The press? Released. The business? Acquired. There we go. Now no one knows what anyone is saying. Basically, Idol was founded, and it was all good. And then Idol got bigger, and it was good. And then Idol got bigger again. And then we were like, wait a second, running a VTuber agency is really pricey. Oh, running a business is difficult. This is why most businesses fail. Oh, wait a second. Oh, wait, hold on. Okay, no, what are our options here? Well, we can't make Rin the CEO. That's too far. That's terrifying. She's already admitted that she's gonna turn Idol into, like, a subsidiary of IKEA. We can't be having that. So then, they went to Brave Group. And I'm gonna be real, we had a strategic partnership, and I'm not smart enough to know what that really meant, but it helped. And Brave was like, okay, we'll do your merch for you. You had your first batch of merch, we'll fix it later. Brave has been working with us for some time, and now we are Brave. Talents will have the option to continue with Brave Group under the new structure or become indies with their existing characters and social media accounts. Brave and Idol are aware of past operational issues and are dedicated to resolving all of them and preventing future occurrences. We will provide a clear timeline for the delivery of all previously unshipped merchandise. They're doing it. My son's coming home! My son's coming home! Thank you, Brave Group, I owe you my life! If things cannot be shipped, you'll get a refund. Awesome, love that. If freelancers are still having issues with not getting paid, well, guess what? You're about to get paid because that's how business works, baby. I've realized that reading off the press statement is not helping. So I think I'm just gonna go through the notes that I wrote. Oh dear. So, basically, so this means, things that this means. Aviel is no longer the CEO of Idol. He has stepped down. Idol is now a US-based company. Why did this happen? Why does anything happen? Well, that's an excellent question, Rin. The reason that most things happen, money, I'm gonna tell you right now, running a VTuber agency, really expensive. It is not a cheap, we are not running like a corner shop here. There is a lot going on here. If we want to keep growing at a reasonable pace, like, this needed to happen at some point, I'm gonna be real. So basically, Brave Group is basically like the third biggest VTubing company in the world after Hololive and Niji Sanji. They have branches in a lot of different places. The big one is just Brave Group, or it's like Brave Group Japan. We have Brave USA, which Idol is under. You may also know Brave Group USA for V4 Mirai, or Vispo, is Vispo it? I'm gonna check. I'm double checking my statement, never mind. Oh dear, it is under JP. Imagine fact checking anything, I would never personally. Brave Group groups, hell yeah. We have V4 Mirai, we have Globy, European-based one. Actually, it's not a VTuber group, but if you remember the Oshi Live Christmas concert we did last year, if you go on my channel and there's the little video of small 3D Rin doing the Yona Yona dance, Guess what? That was Brave Group USA! Woo! They own Oshi Live. That's how that works. But yeah, they have, basically Brave Group has like a lot of VTuber agencies under its belt. Just for the record, I'm making things clear here. It's not run by the same people who run Brave Group Europe or Brave Group Japan, but they do share resources, so that's gonna be huge. You love to see it. Brave Group USA has its own CEO, Mr. Nori-san. Thank you so much. Hell yeah, I love business. I've actually had like, during this whole process, I've had a good few talks with the CEO of Brave USA, and we agree on like a good few things when it comes to like how I think the VTubing kind of scene kind of needs to move forward, if that makes sense. We agree like a lot on those points. You know, it's not really, we're not really in the old days where you can get really big just by like being a VTuber. You know, it's not 2017, none of us are keys in our eye anymore. And I'm very happy that we now have a CEO who sees that, because it's important, and I don't see as many people realizing that as maybe they should. But you know what? Mr. Brave USA CEO, he gets that. So I think we're in good hands. Been having meetings with Brave, every single talent, every single staff member. They've been very receptive to like a lot of the stuff that we've been asking. They would come back with like one thing and we'd be like, okay, and also this thing and this thing, and they would be like, yes, those things. Oh, I see, interesting. It's been a very collaborative effort getting to this point. I would like to thank all the Brave staff that I have communicated with for listening to my insane ramblings. God knows you didn't need to. God knows you probably shouldn't have, but you did anyway, and I'm eternally grateful for that. So you're not leaving. Okay, so basically, thank God that's the next thing in my little list of words. When the acquisition happened, talents were given two options, and the two options were either we could sign a new contract, like a VTuber talent contract with Brave Group USA, or we would be given ownership of our intellectual properties, our IPs, and we could become independent VTubers whilst maintaining like all our personal branding. So what that would mean is either we stay at Idol, or Brave hands us our model and our name and our channels and all of our stuff and goes, okay, good luck out there, champ. And I do the salute emoji and I walk off into the distance, never to be seen again. Except you will see me again, because hypothetical Rin Penrose is an indie now. Oh dear. Goodbye, Rin. I'm not dying! No matter what happens here, I'm not dying! Sometimes, oh, I miss Rin Penrose. Sometimes I can still hear her voice. She's streaming right now. It was nice knowing you, please. So for example, if I were to decide it's indie time, then I would take the Rin Penrose model and the channels and be able to call myself Rin Penrose still because it's my name, and all the things on screen, and I take those and I'm just like, I am no longer Rin Penrose channel Idolian. I am Rin Penrose channel. That's option 2. Option 1 is I'm still Rin Penrose channel Idolian, and now I'm gonna go do some cool shit with Brave. Hell yeah, give me a 3D model, 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 give me a 3D model. Option 1 is I go and I really annoy some people in corporates. To Idolian or to not Idolian? That is in fact the question, unless you're an Idolian, in which case it's a very slightly differently phrased question. It's still basically the same question. So yeah, for talents who decide to continue with Brave, like if I'm staying, then I keep doing the same thing. It's just I have some more resources now. Oh yeah, how cool. A lot of the current Idol staff are going to be staying on. I don't think many things are going to be changing for the viewers. For you at home, basically, it's going to be Idol, but like a bit faster, because more money make things go fast. Meanwhile, for anyone who decides to leave, basically the process is going to be, okay, it's time to teach you a little lesson about how VTuber contracts work in the vaguest way possible. If a VTuber wants to leave, and as far as I can tell, it's like this basically everywhere, you can't just go. You can't just be like, okay, tomorrow I stop streaming, and they're like, what? There is what I will call the notice period, where, say it's like 90 days, because that feels like a business length of time. So it's like 90 days. On day 1, you hand in your notice, you're like, I would like to graduate in 90 days, please, and they go, cool. And then there's a 90-day notice period, and that's basically like a cooldown for, you know, we don't want to get you any sponsorships, for example, that you're not going to be able to fulfill because you're gone and dead and you're dead and ditched. Because that, you know, people who are dead just aren't very good at doing ad reads, sadly. Back to life, bit tragic. But yeah, it's basically just like a wrapping things up kind of period. The same goes for if we decide to graduate from Idol but keep our IPs, where basically after we finish the like X number of days, weeks or months notice period, until then, like, the talents are still in Idol, and then they're independent. So it's not, you're not gonna see any, like, graduations next week, don't worry. No one's just gonna be like, okay, I'm independent now, I'm gone. There's gonna be, like, a kind of a transition period for for everyone at home. Wow, incredible. But yeah, then after the graduation notice period is over, you leave. You're gone. You're in indie now. Good for you. Goodbye. 07 in the chat. And basically, if you're not aware, that just means that they're gonna be, like, still VTubing under the same name. If I do that, you know, I'm still Rin Penrose. It's just Rin Penrose without any Rin Penrose without any manager? Oh, am I gonna fist fight in the Tesco's parking lot now? Obviously, it's a little bit more complicated for, haha, business reasons. But God knows I do not have the ability to go into that. I would mess that right up. I do need to tell you now that I'm not allowed to say, like, if I'm staying or leaving until a little bit later on. It's the same for everybody. It's just kind of, you know, none of us are going to say for a little bit whether we are staying with Idol or going independent. That'll be announced relatively soon, I believe. I think just the reason for that is, you know, if you're allowed to say that you're staying, but, like, you're not allowed to say that you're leaving, then people are gonna figure it out, right? It's kind of a smart idea. And I probably said this in a short before, goddamn. VTubing is really expensive for an individual. Imagine having to fund, like, how many people are in Idol right now? Imagine having to fund that many people. You know, model, several thousand US dollars. You know, music is really expensive. Video edits, games, equipment costs, that's money. That's a lot of money that you have to shell out for 5 people in a generation, so, you know, you're gonna need a little bit of money. And that's not even getting into, like, agency-specific stuff, like, you know, doing the big events, doing all the marketing and stuff. YouTube ads do not pay for themselves. Shorts do not pay to be edited for themselves. That wasn't English. The shorts barely pay for anything. Have you seen ad revenue on them? God. I mean, Brave has a lot more money than Idol. Let's just put that out there. Brave has more money, and therefore now we have more money. So that... yeah, like I said, just projects are gonna go faster now because the budget went up. Yippee! So anyone who decides to stay is in for a good time, I think. That being said, anyone who decides to leave with IP, I am very thankful to Brave Group for giving that option because, like, that is not standard. Because for the record, like, if you're not aware, that is not something that VTubing agencies normally do. The only times that I have seen, well, the only times within, like, recent memory that I've seen agencies give talents, like, their full intellectual property rights is when they close. Like, that is not normal. And I'm very thankful that they did the not normal thing. And I think that's a good sign for Brave. That was a brave decision. In more ways than one, or was it? I did a pun and I didn't realize. I think it's a weird kind of symptom of the VTuber kind of scene that IPs are very tied to a channel or whatever. Maybe I'm just an old man yelling at a cloud. I think the thing is, like, I'm gonna miss kind of Idol always had a very small company kind of vibe, you know, because for a long time in the company, when I was first hired, it was EN1, and because of rules back then, we weren't talking to then Idol HE, just because security or whatever. But for the longest time, it was EN1, 5 members of EN1, and Aviel, and the one manager below Aviel. And it had like a very, you know, a cozy feeling, kind of. And like the company lost a few talents, just for the, you know, personal reasons. And EN2 came in, and, you know, it's always just had a very small feeling. And I think becoming part of a larger company might get rid of a bit of that. Like, it's internal. I don't know if that's anything that comes across on camera. Like, we're all gonna be friends, but just, like, it's a company culture thing, you know? So I'm gonna miss that a little bit. But, like, I think it's worth the trade-off. Honestly, you know, 3D is expensive. I love money. I mean, if I want a small company feeling, I can always just go work with my mum for a day and feel really scammed. Once I'm allowed to talk about, like, my future plans regarding this, I will do so. But I just want you to know that any outcome in this situation will still end in you getting Rin Penrose shorts in your feed, baby! There's no escape! Whether I live or die, they're still gonna be in the ecosystem! No escape! No escape! No escape! So that is my feelings. I've bared my soul onto you. You're welcome. It's the curse of the shorts. The Brave Group couldn't escape them. Why did you think that you could? Right now, I just want to clarify a few misconceptions that I've seen floating around as well. And I'm gonna do that because I know people are gonna see this. Idol isn't shutting down! Stop saying it is! You can't read! Sorry, I'm being overly harsh, but like, Idol is still gonna be around! They bought us, but they bought the brand! Can't believe Idol Corp is dying. Sometimes I can still hear its voice. No. No. Idol isn't closing. Idol isn't closing. I don't know what else you want me to say. I've seen people going like, so sad. 07. So I'm crying so much. I'm crying at the club right now. I'm like, crying over what? We're still here. Everyone is still here. so you don't gotta worry. All the talents can choose to like keep streaming normally during this time, or to not keep streaming normally, because it's like a big change, isn't it? You know, a lot of work is going on behind the scenes because it's a business acquisition, and we're owned by different people now, and the important things stay the same, but it's still a big change. You know, we've got a lot of new staff coming in. We've got the old staff, and they're great, but we're also gonna have to get used to the new staff, who are also the old Brave staff. Talents can continue like streaming normally, or not streaming normally. If someone's not streaming, don't take it as a sign that they're like out or whatever. I think some people are sick right now. I think some people are just like dying or whatever. When am I not? God damn. So, you know, it's just, honestly, like, as far as operations go, it's gonna be a pretty normal kind of process for a little while. Yeah, and as I said earlier, there's like a wait time before anyone's gonna graduate, so you don't need to worry about like, oh, I can't believe Rin Penrose is graduating next week. They got here so fast. It's okay. 07, I'm still here. Neither can you read, nor can you hear. Right, next misconception that I'm gonna, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna say, Idol yes, not going anywhere. Like Brave bought Idol because they wanted Idol. They didn't want specific parts of Idol. Brave brought on Idol and the brand of Idol and all of the things that come with being Idol. Actually, that does also remind me, EM3. I can't talk much about EM3, but they're also here. Gen 3 is gonna be just fine. We just handed them a gen that's nearly ready to debut, guys. Oh dear, so they'll be debuting at some point. I don't know when. Because no one tells me anything, because I don't need to know it for necessary for my job. How dare people not gossip with me more? Isn't EM3 debuted already? Buddy, that's Encore. Encore's also gonna be fine, actually, I should say that. I think I saw some people worrying like, oh, you know, Tanya and Lisa, they came in with IP. Are they gonna be okay? They'll be fine. Everyone got the same offer. We're good. Everyone is here. If anyone is like out, it's almost certainly like by choice. Oh dear. Brave knew what they were getting into, you know, for the most part, as much as you can when you're buying a business. Especially a business as funky as Idol. Hell yeah. Everyone's gonna be fine. Yeah! Misconception clarified. Business acquired. Joke already made. It's okay to not be okay. But it's also okay to be okay, which is the thing that I am right now. And then I just have like other points, which is, and this is an important one, I know Idol has like a history of transparency, you know, with the merch cuts and the revenue cuts, and it was mostly cuts. I do need you to know, Brave is a different company. Brave is a more normal company. And therefore, I can't tell you anything about contracts other than I was handed some. You know, 2 contracts. Will you take the signing with Brave pill, or will you take the becoming an independent creator pill? That's how contracts work, baby. The only thing I can say about contracts is that I'm under one that says I can't disclose. But then again, yeah, Brave is going to be handling all of, you know, when you buy a company, you buy the company's debts, you buy all their problems. Brave's gonna sort those out. You know, for example, merch, I will admit it has been like an issue in the past. Before Brave came along, we were having issues, real big issues with merch. It is in Brave's best interest to get those sorted, so they're gonna sort it, because that's called common sense. You know, if you look at other Brave agencies, they haven't been, like, those problems haven't been caused by Brave in the past, so I'm pretty confident that they're gonna be able to sort they'll be able to sort that kind of thing out, you know. I might just do something really funny. Anyway, stay tuned for that, I guess. Oh, is this actually gonna be Rin joins Brave group, immediately becomes the biggest Brave talent, starts causing problems on purpose? No, because I've already started causing problems on purpose. That's my entire thing. They knew it when they were offering me a job. Please know that I've basically given you like all the information that any of us are allowed to. You know, NDAs are in there for a reason. Out of respect for Brave Group and the Brave staff that we are working with now, and for each other, we can't talk about a lot of the, especially contractual stuff, we can't talk a lot about the behind-the-scenes stuff for business reasons. So, don't be annoying, or I'll get you. Oh dear. Why is Idol God and Rin graduating? Me when I don't watch the stream! How do you feel about being the most subscribed, I think, in your new company? Yeah, I think I might be the biggest Brave USA talent now, which is a little bit scary. But we do have the opportunity to do something really fucking funny, so we'll get on to that. Oh dear. Now that Viel is stepping down, you the CEO of Idol. Fool, I usurped Viel. He's gone. I threw him in a well. Admitting to murder? It's all good. Breaking NDA, can't do that on stream, can't do that. New collabs. Oh, that does remind me, actually. We have been assured that people who leave Idol are still gonna be able to, you know, publicly interact with Idol talents. What happens to the editors and mixers? I believe that if Like, freelancers who haven't been paid there is an email address on the thing, which is here, which is payments@idolcompany.com. There we go. If any freelancers who have if you've done paid work for Idol and you haven't been paid yet, please contact that email. And once again, it's in their best interest to help you, so they will, because that's how it works. Because business. Does this mean collabs between Idol and V/Globe? Globe is technically in a separate company. It's in a sister company, but I understand what you mean. I mean, there was nothing stopping us to begin with. But like, I don't think anything's ever been stopping anyone from Idol from reaching out to anyone from those agencies. We'll see if this makes us closer. I wouldn't be surprised if it does. We shall see. Idol is dead, long live Idol. I guess? We'll be having cross-company events with V4 and stuff. That shit has got to be sorted out way in advance, and we are not onto that stage yet. I don't know. I presume it's probably on the table if enough talents would be up for it. It could be fun. It could be a good time. I think it's on the table, but like, there's no plans set right now, I don't think. Just because right now we're trying to transfer the entire company to a different country. Oh dear, no more Rin. I'm right here and I'm still live. Is that becoming a separate name or is it just becoming Brave? I'm confused, help. As far as I can tell, and we'll see if this lasts, but as far as I can tell, Idol's still just gonna be Idol. Who's Rin Penrose? Okay, buddy, I'm starting to think these questions might be facetious. Do we know when we'll be learning who's staying? I think like the latest it'll be happening is like in a couple weeks. I don't have an exact date to give you. Soon. It won't be too long. You won't be waiting more than like half a month, I don't think. Is this going to affect your V-Expo attendance? Nuh-uh. No. If you are not aware, I will be having a meet and greet. I will be dialing up on the rotary telephone and also on the video call. I have a meet and greet at V-Expo, VTuber thing in Birmingham. That is in Birmingham, yes. Yes, the news is true. I'm leaving to go join IKEA. Finally, my big break. Oh boy, so you're not quitting. I don't think a single person is quitting. Like, of all the options, I will tell you, I've not heard a single talent say, I'm just gonna stop streaming. That has not happened. So yeah, no matter what happens, everyone's gonna keep streaming. And we will smile, and we will all hold hands, and we will skip in a little circle. La la la